Hey everybody, welcome to the Hopcast.
Thanks for coming down to the southeast with us today.
I'm Brad Chmielewski.
My name is Ken Hunnemeder.
And we're getting down in the Peach State.
Yeah, we're down in the dirty, the ATL, the dirty South.
Hot Atlanta. What else
home to Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston, Ted Turner.
And Sweetwater.
Sweetwater! So yeah, we're here. It took us a while to get down here, and we're looking forward to trying some of their tasty beverages.
Right, we're gonna go in, talk to some people, and get our drink on.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's hop on in there.
Alright, we got our glasses filled up, and we found someone to talk to us.
Yeah, so this is Steve, everybody. We're here at Sweetwater. Thanks so much for sitting down and chatting with us.
Cheers.
Cheers. So, tell us a little bit about Sweetwater, as far as you guys have been here for how long? I mean, we just took a peek around real quickly, and it looks like it's quite it grew into quite a big project here.
Yeah, one of these days we'll figure it out. We've been around for 13 years, so first brewery though for us was the Hood. Cheapest industrial park possible in the Atlanta city limits. Mm-hmm. It's on the west side of town, Fulton Industrial. It's over by Six Flags Park. So when Freddie and Kevin, the guys who started this brewery, were scouting around for a place to open the brewery, the Olympics were in Atlanta.
Okay.
So everybody was jacking the real estate for anything you could possibly want. So they ended up off Fulton Industrial, and that's where we were for the first 7 years as a brewery. Okay. So great, it's drug dealers, hookers, hourly motels, and craft beer.
Yeah.
One-stop shop. Yeah, I know. Anything you could need, right? You should have seen the tours back then. Yeah, literally at the old brewery, the only thing we had to let it, the signage-wise, was a bumper sticker on our front door because we didn't want anybody in the neighborhood to know who we were.
One of those.
What we were doing. Yeah. Yeah,
we've had a hard time finding certain places on our little trip here, just because there's just. Like, what? There's no signs anywhere. They heard we were coming.
But you guys are doing some great beers. Today you have, 5 or 6 on tap?
Yeah, we've got our 4-year round plus our catch and release seasonal, which is called Happy Ending. Right. Which puts a smile on your face every time. That's a 9% dry hopped imperial stout.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, that's good. I think we had a bottle a while back. Yeah.
It was a big bottle for a big beer.
Yeah. So yeah, we typically have at least those 5. And then a lot of times we'll have a cask flowing on the tour as well. We blew our wad this past Sunday though at the Christmas party. So we're all out of casks and all out of the fancy stuff.
It is Sweetwater. Of course you blew your wad.
Yeah. It's a happy ending.
Yeah. So tonight just happens to be Wednesday night, which is normally your cask night, but
correct.
But so come out here on Wednesday night, and typically you're going to find some cask beer. Which is nice.
So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, from 5:30 to 7:30 we do tours and tastings, and then Saturdays from 2:30 to 4:30. Mm-hmm. And then we also rent the brewery out a ton for special events.
Cool.
Private tours. So it's funny that people have their high school reunions here, or we've had weddings here. We've had bachelor parties here.
Could be a good idea.
Yeah, that's some good stuff here. Yeah, that's some great events. We turn the security cameras off for some of those.
Oh, absolutely. That's a little extra for that one.
Fortunately, they're in my office, so I got the control. Yeah. So we were at that old brewery for 7 years, and literally outgrew that brewery. Mm-hmm. So couldn't make any more beer there. That was at 14,000 barrels of beer. So we moved here, and now we're just over 6 years of being in this place, which is right in Midtown Atlanta, which is fantastic because this is where the majority of the folks that drink our beer live, and a lot of the bars that sell our beer are right in the area. So it's been great for us. It's closer to the bars that we go to, the homes that we're in, the buddies that we hang out with. Obviously our tours went from 20 brave souls who would venture out to Fulton Industrial to now we'll have on a slow night we'll have 200 people here.
Yeah, right.
There's a good amount of people out there tonight. And,
absolutely.
You can hear them; they're getting rowdy. So hope they don't start knocking the doors down.
So what's the number one selling beer you guys have? Is it the 420 or?
kind of the flagship?
Yeah, 420 for us has definitely led the way. It's a nice crisp pale ale, so from a craft beer standpoint, it's something that folks who dig craft beers and good ones can appreciate, and somebody who kind of transition in. It's something that's good that you can have on draft at a bar as the starter craft from Sweetwater. Not that it's got training wheels by any means. The one you're drinking does. That's Sweetwater.
I have the blue.
Yeah.
Which is the blueberry beans.
Yeah, that's our lightest style. It's the Sweetwater Blue. But yeah, the 420 is about 60% of the beer that we sell is that. But honestly, IPA, which is what I'm drinking right now, is on fire.
Yeah, that's the first one I had when I walked in. I was like, whoa, yeah. I've been driving in the car all day, and it was my first, and I took a whiff. Oh,
yeah, right.
Quite an aroma, and it's a great beer.
Yeah, welcome to Hops.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you're drinking the Georgia Brown, which is another year-round beer for us, and that is nice because that's more of a session beer. It's nice, malty, mellow, brown ale. So those are our 4 year rounds: 420 Blue, IPA, Georgia Brown. Then we do the catch and release seasonals, which is this time of year we got Happy Ending, and then we go on a road trip in the spring. Late summer we got Motorboat. That's a dry hop ESB, and then Festive Ale, which is a nice spiced, big, almost porter on steroids. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, we've had that one too. That was good.
I just don't think we've had the road trip.
No,
really
road trip.
Yeah.
Road trip's nice. It's a Pilsner that's treated like an ale, though.
Ken's been on a huge
I'm a huge Pilsner guy.
Yeah, so you have to come back.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, shoot.
So you had a big, huge party here just this past weekend, and you've got like a couple other big events that you have coming up too. The Brew Your Cask Off.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Brew Your Cask Off is something that this is the first time we're doing this, and obviously cask ales are fantastic because you get so many, so much flexibility as far as taking the base beer that you're working with, if it's 420 or IPA or blue or something like that, pulling that beer out of the tank and doing different things with it in the cask and then letting it be natural. So we've opened that opportunity up to about 90 folks to come down and make a cask of beer. We're brewing 2 base beers. We're doing a blonde, and then we're doing a dark ale, almost a porter, and then letting them go in whatever direction they want with that beer. If they want to add some, juniper berries, or they want to add some absinthe, or some whatever, unicorn tears, whatever you want to do, man. Go for it. And
that's excellent.
Yeah, and so we're gonna have 90 unique beers served at this Brew Your Cask Off. From some great folks. We invited a bunch of retailers that sell our beer in Atlanta and Athens and surrounding area. But then also we invited a bunch of beer writers who, those guys typically are asked to come down and cover an event, or they're asked to come down and judge an event. Right. They're never asked to come down and make beer for an event.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, they're stoked. So we got Bob Townsend, the guy who writes for the AJC. Owen, who does Southern Brew News. Bobby from Celebrator. We got Daniel from All About Beer. We got the guys from Draft Magazine. Guys from I'm trying to get the dude from Beer Magazine to come out and be a judge. Actually, we got John Pinkerton from Moon River out in Savannah. It's a brew pub that's going to come out and lead the judging for us. And then we got 65 retailers, a bunch of the homebrew clubs in Metro Atlanta. So yeah,
Sounds
we should
awesome.
have some great stuff. Yeah,
It's gonna be big.
Can we come back down?
yeah, that's March 20th. So hey, the road trip will be
so
flowing by then. So
March
come
20th.
out. Yeah, March 20th is the Brew Your Cask Off Fest.
And then there was another one. You have your 420 Festival.
Yeah, 420 Fest. This is going on year 6 for us with the 420 Fest. Obviously, 420 is a little local holiday around here, so we got to celebrate it. So we always pick the weekend closest to 420, and then we all tie in all the things that we're passionate about, as far as people, as far as the brewery is concerned, good times, good music. But on top of that, it's doing something in the neighborhood, which is we do it in a neighborhood park in Atlanta, and then also bringing in the environmental aspect of things, because we do something called Save the Hooch every summer. We do a ton with Sierra Club. We do a bunch with Park Pride. And we do so many different environmental organizations throughout Metro Atlanta. And we all do little stuff throughout the year with them. And we're tagging onto their stuff. So for the 420 Fest, our fest, where invite them down and we can tie in all that stuff. environmental, the music, the community, great beer, good times, big festival.
Wow,
yeah.
Both fests sound awesome.
It's a hell of a weekend.
Yeah.
I need about 3 days afterwards to recover from it. Yeah.
So where we come from in Chicago, there's a little brewery out there called Peace, and they have some dirty names to their beers, but I think you've really set the bar pretty high as far as that concerned. Who comes up with the names and all this stuff?
Depends on who has the last good joke, I guess.
Okay. It's probably one of those things where it's got to be a late night and someone has to actually write it down so you can remember.
Honestly, there's 2 ways that names come out. It's like either right away, as soon as we talk about something, boom, quick joke. Or it's last minute. You got to have a name. We got to submit it to the TTB, which is the government agency we got to get these things approved by. And we're 3 days past our deadline. The beer's already in the tank. We got to have something going. So that's when you get down to the dirty. And
you have any
something good?
Have any problems getting any past?
Few.
Man, I'd love to see those.
Absolutely.
Well, I say we head on in and see where the beer's made.
Yeah, let's take a closer look. Thank you so much for taking some time with us.
Pleasure.
All right, so we found our way back here in the brew house of Sweetwater Brewery.
Absolutely. Ran into Mr. Nick Nock here, head brewer, Sweetwater.
Head brewer, Sweetwater, been here 12 years.
Yeah, thanks for joining us and showing us around.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, no better person to do it. You were one of the first employees here at Sweetwater.
Yes, sir. I worked my way up.
Yeah.
Started out washing kegs, now I'm brewing beer.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of brewing beer, they do a lot of it here because we walked around and we were amazed at the amount of fermenters that they have going on, and you get the size of them is insane.
Yep.
Your brew house is huge. So tell us a little bit. Yeah, we're throwing that what she said in there. We're at Sweetwater. We can do that, right?
Absolutely. Anything goes. Yep. Right now we have a 50-barrel brew house. Last year we were pushing about 63,000 barrels a year, or last year. We're looking to shoot it up over about 70,000 barrels next year in 2010. We have a variety of fermenters, the biggest ones being 400 barrels, which basically take about 24 hours to fill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're huge. So things are constantly happening here. Where we come from in Chicago, everyone's asking about everyone wants the beer and all that stuff. So it's not for a reason that you guys aren't working, you guys aren't putting the beer out. It's just there's too much demand, and you're working with what you got as far as supplying all the rest of it.
Yeah, we try and keep the home folk happy, and we spread out slow and just make sure everybody's happy while we're doing it.
Yeah.
But word of mouth is huge for us. I mean, that's our #1 advertising point. So when somebody has a good beer, they tell somebody, and they tell somebody, and it starts to go.
Yeah,
so
we've been telling everybody.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff. We enjoy making it. We enjoy drinking it, and we're happy when people enjoy drinking it as well.
And you've even got a little bit of experimentation going on behind us.
Yep. We got some barrels in here, so we started playing with it. Whenever we have some good leftover beer, we'll shoot it in there. These guys are Bordeaux barrels, which is we put a triple Belgian IPA in there. We mixed it with raspberries in these guys and blackberries in those guys. They've been sitting for about a year and a half, and we're probably going to get into them sometime soon. And over here we have...
no better time than now, right?
Yeah. Maybe we can work a little something. Right here we got some bourbon barrels. This one just has a regular IPA in it, which should be pretty nice. And this one is our barley wine, made it in another bourbon barrel. Right here is our seasonal festive, which made it into a Pritchard spiced rum barrel. I was able to sample that. Actually, we made a cask out of that, and we just had the Atlanta cask competition last weekend. This guy got the #1 spot.
Oh, so congratulations!
It was really nice. Yeah, it was a good blend between spiced rum and spiced porter for the most part.
And I see that you're working with some Brettanomyces in some of these too.
First time we played with Brettanomyces.
So how's that going?
We're gonna have to see. As soon as we get into these guys, we'll know.
Was it a kind of a challenge to keep it contained? Because I've heard, I don't know much about it, but I've heard that once you use it, it's kind of it gets all over the brewery pretty quickly.
We've been lucky. We haven't run into that at all.
Okay.
It's pretty much all contained in one barrel. So.
Good.
we're not planning on blending anything. And you're right, you definitely don't want to cross-contaminate yeast.
And then we saw the Dank Tank back there, and that's like a kind of special beer that's happening.
Dank Tank is a really cool thing. The boss man of the place came up to the brewers and said, look, we have this 50-barrel tank. I want you to do whatever you want to do with it. My one request is I want it to be high gravity. So, I mean, it was really nice.
Done.
The brewers sat down and we decided, hey, what would be a good one to do? And we came up with the recipe and came up with the hops. And of course, we put it through for some sort of approval. Once we do that, go through, and then we started bottling it into 22-ounce bottles, and that seems to be going really well.
Awesome, great. Yeah. So, as you can see, always new and exciting things happening here at Sweetwater.
Yeah. Well, on top of that, we got that cast thing. I'm not sure if you guys spoke about that, but we have a big cast festival coming up, so that's another little...
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, it should be a good time. Yeah.
So lots of great events, lots of great beer. If you haven't done it yet, you got to come down here to Atlanta and check out Sweetwater. Nick, thank you so much for joining us.
You got it. Absolutely.
Yeah, and thank you for watching the Hopcast.
Thanks, guys.
There you go.